Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Berserk 2017, which is on episode 8. Now, this episode right here was pretty simple, not too bad. It was just like I'm trying to save Farnes and Casca in this episode, but I encountered a couple problems along the way. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that Shirke, Isidro, and Guts are trying to find Casca and Farnes. And of course, they do find them eventually, but Farnes actually seen some horrid actions from what the trolls are doing apparently, and they did censor out a lot. And like I said, maybe no, I haven't said this, or I'm just gonna say it right now. Those of you who've been reading the Berserk manga or been catching up with the adaptation of the series, etc., you would know that this is not meant for any teen or children, etc. We all know that. And aside from that, we have to it that Funny's seen some ugly horrors or actions of what the trolls had did, and Guts and the others arrive just on time while Guts ends up taking on the trolls and hold them back. But apparently Shirke and Isidro were still having some issues along the way while trying to find an exit, especially helping out the other women who've been, how am I supposed to say, sexually violated by the trolls or something, etc. are trying to find the exit. But apparently Guts ends up running into one problem, and it looks like to me it's one of the God Hand. Those of you who kept up the Berserk manga or kept up with the Berserk adaptation, etc., would know what I'm talking about. That is Slan. She ends up appearing in front of Guts and caused him major trouble, not to mention giving him a terrifying wound to the chest after tearing off his armor. And of course, the Skull Knight, on the other hand, came out of nowhere. Well, of course, he rushed to go help out Guts because he's in trouble. And of course, meet Slan herself because he could sense her. We have to it that Slan calls him king and asks him if he wants to join in. But apparently, after what's been happening with certain prophecies here and there, those of you who read the Berserk manga would actually understand if you kept up with it. Well, of course, if you're up to date with the latest chapter, you already know what she's talking about. Those of you who don't know what the heck is going on, you just be confused as hell, honestly, because I don't think you'll be able to understand clearly. Aside from the Skull Knight coming in to help out, Guts managed to defeat her after she got distracted with the cannon to the stomach, but with the help of the Skull Knight telling him to use his sword to pierce her, because it's been used in a lot of mouths of deadly souls, etc., and he managed to defeat her. As for Isidro, he does take on a boss troll and manage to defeat him using his skill and size and body. And of course, Guts himself is rescued from the Skull Knight, but while he uses his sword of accusation or something, he puts the sword in his mouth and then ends up using some kind of powerful portal to manage to allow him to bypass a certain layer. And therefore, everyone's reunited, the women are returned to the village, and Guts himself is reunited with the entire crew, and he ends up thinking back then, Nakama, friends, or allies, whoever thought he never thought he'd be having them again. And that scene was very emotional when the credits was playing along with the song, because we all know what happened to Guts, honestly. And those of you, honestly, like I said, I'm repeating myself again the third or fourth time, honestly. Those of you who read the Berserk manga and been up to date with the latest chapter, along with watching the adaptation of Berserk from the very beginning it started up to this point, you'll understand what happened to him exactly. Next episode, dear Lord, here we go. I think that event is about to come soon. I hope they do a good job, though I don't know how good of a job they will do, because the CGI in Berserk is always horrid in many ways to one, in my eyes. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.